The advanced viewport has seen some significant improvements in 12.1, allowing you to render much more complicated material setups directly in the viewport and make changes in real time. The advanced viewport now fully supports group masks, allowing you to mask multiple material layers and giving AVP the ability to render highly complex multi-layered material setups. Also, AVP now fully supports group blending modes and opacity changes, resulting in most cases in little difference between the representation of materials in AVP and the representation of material in MODO's native renderer. Other rendering improvements in 12.1 are the addition of a film roll channel. This allows you to animate a two-dimensional roll of the camera relative to the camera's film offset channels, which is useful in 2D animation pipelines. Front culling options have now been added to the Texture Locator UI, allowing you to control how planar projected textures behave as they pass through a material. You can now easily define if they either project through, are culled on the back face of the material, or are flipped. There is now a new replicator source mode. Use polygons with connectivity will align replicas to polygons based on how those polygons are connected. This is useful for creating replicas that follow strips of polygons. And finally, the curve particle generator has seen a significant update. It now has a range of particle ID modes, allowing you to define how the particle IDs are distributed along multiple curves. Span each curve treats each curve separately. Span all curves treats multiple curves as if they're a single curve. And random randomizes the particle IDs along the curves. There is a new exact distance setting, allowing you to define the exact distance between each particle without the slight alteration that occurs when using the spacing distance setting, as the particle does not need to exist at the end of the curve. There are new jitter settings, allowing you to randomize the position, rotation and scale of particles along a curve, and also an option for reversing the axis of particles. And finally, a range of alignment modes have been added. The curve and mesh direction modes allow you to point particles at another object in the scene, and have their alignment changed as the position of those objects changes. And the mesh normal mode will perfectly align the particles to the surface of another object in the scene.